Hey guys, so this is my new account. In this first video here, I'm gonna be talking about all the bikes I have flipped, and this whole account is gonna be about flipping until I own all the bikes I can, really. Um, I'm just gonna keep flipping until I can get to the point where I've had most of the main name brand bikes, Is it gonna be a challenge that's gonna last years? Absolutely. Hopefully the world doesn't end before then, but my first video will be probably a couple days, hopefully tomorrow. I won't spoil that yet. You guys will see when I post the first actual video. And I'll let you guys know how it started and how I got up to where I am now, which is not far at all, by the way. All right, so before I start, please like and subscribe. Like I said, this is my first video. This challenge is gonna take a long time. Well, it's really my goal instead of a challenge. But yeah, so this all started with me selling some things around my room, like Funko Pops, some shoes, stuff like that. Up to that point, I had before here actually, I had $100 to start with. Realistically, the first bike I bought myself. This is not a flipping bike. This is the bike that I still have in my garage. I've had it for a little over a year now. It's just a mini bike, CC100X with 212 swap. It does about over 60 miles an hour, so it's pretty quick. Besides that, I had $100 to start with. I did gain some money throughout that process, just doing simple little things. Up to that point, I traded some things for PC parts. $100 worth of PC parts and $100 in cash that I paid in PC parts. That led up to me building a PC for only $200, reselling that for $3. So that was $100 profit. I also had $100 before that. That was, I'm not gonna lie, the most money I ever had in that moment right there. That was $400. With that $400, I also had a $400 watch. It was a Seiko Presage or whatever I got for Christmas one time. With that, I did this as a joke, and I asked a guy on Marketplace. There was a 2012, it was actually 2011, CBR 250R. He had it up for $800. I said, what do you do? $400 cash and a $400 watch. I showed him the watch, all the pictures and everything. Surprisingly, he said yes that night. I was joking. So the next day, I actually pick it up, title in hand and everything. The bike, I could show you pictures. It was a really, really good running bike. It probably had like low miles and everything. It ran really, really good. It shifted amazing, everything. As you can see, obviously though, all the fairings and everything was not there. Headlight, tail light, turn signals, all of that. Now, the second bike was actually, hold on. I sold that bike for $1,100, so I made $300 profit, really. Most money I ever had, again, that was $1,100. With that $1,100, I spent a lot of it. That's, it's not a big deal. I spent a lot of it and invested a lot in tools, actually. A whole toolbox and everything. I'll show you guys right here. Yeah, so I invested in all that. This is back in May, by the way. I am turning 18 in 2 months. Exactly 2 months, actually. I bought a mini bike after that for $140 accidentally. I was supposed to pay like $120 or something. But I accidentally gave him an extra 20 because I had all that money in 20. So yeah, resold that for $160. I wanted to have more than that. I wanted to mod out that little bike. It was another CC100X. But yeah, it didn't really go far. $20 profit, is something. But after that, I think it was the XR100 that I had. I lowballed that guy. It was $1,350 on Marketplace. I lowballed the guy for $500. First time he did say no. A couple days later, he says he's about to move or whatever, so he'll take the $500. He took the $500, and I have that bike. I think I accidentally paid less. I think it was like $460. I forget about that all the time. But yeah, that XR100 specifically was a 2002. I've also had a 03. I'll get into that after here. I had a Coaster 125. It was just a little Chinese bike that I bought for $100. By the way, I sold the 2002 XR100 for $1,100. Technically, I got $620 in cash, and then $500. Well, I sold the PC that he traded with that cash for $500. So $1120 really. Now the Coaster 125, I bought that thing. It was a Chinese bike. I'll show you guys right here. I bought that thing for $100. As you can see, the frame was bent. It was not in the best shape. I actually sold it to one of my friends for $200, $100 profit. After that, I had a 2003 XR100, as you can see right here. Had no top end. The bottom end was locked up. I bought it for $200, sold it for $360. The next bike, which I actually have right now in my garage, I'm hopefully selling tomorrow, is a 2003 RM65. Bought it for $700, put $125 worth of parts, fender, air filter, a couple other little things like grips, front brake lever. The guy only told me that the grips and front brake lever was the only problem, but he only told the visible things. But yeah, hopefully selling that for $1,000 tomorrow. That's $175 profit. But yeah, that's to the point where I am now. As of right now, with the reselling money, this is all reselling money. This is going to this series, this whole entire channel. I have $780 as of right now. After I sell that bike, hopefully I'll have $1,780. And I want to keep continuing this over and over and over and over, because I've gotten to the $500 starting goal for this, the reselling thing, 3 times. I just kept spending all my money. This time I need to keep it. That's why I made a channel on it. I want to get to the point where I can buy a whole lot of bikes at once. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this first video. Like I said, the part 1 of this whole entire series will be here eventually, once I sell the bike and get the cash and all that. But yeah, peace.